The Lexus UX300h sits within the premium end of the compact SUV segment, and the update sees a refined lineup and tweaks to its design and technology. So in this review, we're seeing how the base grade stacks up against its nearest rivals. Stay watching to see what we've discovered. The UX300h is available in 3 grade levels, and the model on test for this review is the base Luxury, which sits in the middle of its nearest base grade rivals, the Audi Q2 and the Volvo XC40. The Luxury has some nice features, like synthetic leather upholstery, powered front seats with heat functions, dual zone climate control, and dual 12.3-inch displays. There's also wireless phone mirroring, a powered tailgate, and 10-speaker sound system. The equipment list, it's not going to blow your socks off, but there's just enough for it to offer relative value for where it sits in the segment. But the full specs are in my detailed written review at carsguide.com.au if you need more info. The updated UX is a compact SUV, but it is best to think of it as a hatchback that's taken a small dose of steroids. The front end has seen a small facelift with a new 3D spindle grille and stylized air intake vents. There's also new 17-inch alloys, full-width rear lights, and stylized DRLs. It's a really well-sculpted body and still incorporates the classic Lexus origami-like paneling. Overall, it's a pretty handsome little thing, but the plastic molding around the base of the car does detract from its overall premium look. The cabin has a nice feel to it. There's enough premium materials used inside that it does feel high-end, with the synthetic leather, some soft touch points up front, and the dual 12.3-inch displays. The dashboard is also one where your eyes sort of glide over without focusing too hard on any one feature, which adds to the overall elegance. Although there are some harder plastics still scattered about, and it's particularly noticeable in the rear row where there are no soft surfaces whatsoever on the doors. It is a base grade, but given that we're in a luxury brand, you shouldn't be reminded too hard about it. The front row definitely offers the most space and comfort for adults. You have wide door openings and a high enough ground clearance that you're not going to get any bad grunts in this, which is good. The seats themselves are fairly comfortable for a longer journey, although the passenger side, you will get a little bit of fatigue only because it lacks lumbar support. I like that both front seats are powered and have heat functions, and it's easy to get into a good driving position because the steering wheel is electrically adjustable as well. Not surprisingly, you don't get a lot of storage in this car. However, I do like the dual opening middle console and that you get storage bins in the front doors. A few extra little cubbies for like sunglasses or keys would have been most welcome because it is a space that you have to constantly keep tidy if you want it to feel neat. The displays look really great with their clear graphics, and the touchscreen on the multimedia system is very responsive. The operating system has seen some tweaks. I didn't notice anything different. It's still fairly easy to use, which is good. And I love that you have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto now. This also has sat-nav and a wireless charging pad, 2 USB-C ports, a single USB-A port, and a 12-volt socket up front for charging. The back seat is a little bit cramped for adults, and even my 8-year-old son asked me to move the front passenger seat forward this week to accommodate his legs. That being said, he was fairly comfortable this week because it's an easy car to get in and out of, the doors aren't too heavy to operate, and the seats are well padded. The amenities are a bit basic back here though. You get directional air vents, 2 USB-C ports, 2 cup holders, and a single mat pocket, and that's pretty much it. You do get 3 top tether anchor points though, but you're not going to get 3 child seats back here. And my son did mention that it was hard to see out the windows because of how tall the windowsills are. With the boot floor in its topmost position like it is now, it does look like quite a small boot space. It was large enough for my grocery haul this week. However, it is the smallest in terms of capacities compared to its nearest rivals at 364 litres. A downside to this boot space though is that you don't get a spare tyre in any way, just a tyre repair kit. I live regionally and do big trips, so I want and need a spare tyre, but city slickers might not mind as much. I do like that you get a power tailgate with kick function in this model, which you have to add for additional cost to its rivals. The luxury grade is a hybrid and combines a 2-litre 4-cylinder petrol engine with 2 small electric motors. Together they produce up to 146 kilowatts of power. In terms of its outputs, it does sit in the middle of its nearest rivals, but on the road it does feel a little bit more sprightly than some. The official combined fuel cycle usage figure is a low 4.2 litres per 100 kilometres. And with a 43-litre fuel tank, you should see a theoretical driving range of over 1,000 kilometres, which is awesome. After doing a mix of open road and urban driving this week, I've managed to get an average of 5 litres, which I'm really happy about because I have not been shy with utilising every scrap of power this little baby has. The luxury grade has proven itself to be pretty versatile this week. It has enough power and prompt acceleration that you feel like you can really take the gap or cross traffic if you need to, but it does have enough grunt to keep up on the open road, which makes this a solid all-rounder. There are 3 drive modes that you can choose between. I didn't really notice a difference between any of them, to be honest. I've just kept it in normal all week. The hybrid system does sound like it's a little bit flustered when it flits between the electric and the engine components, but it doesn't actually translate to anything in the actual driving experience, which is good. Unless you're in torrential rain and on the highway, this is a very quiet cabin space to be in. It also feels very comfortable when you're going over little bumps. You still notice the bigger bumps, but it has a balanced suspension, and ultimately, longer trips, you don't feel battered in this. It's really nice. The visibility is mostly good. I haven't felt like I can't really see around me, which is good. However, from my driving position, the A and the B pillar can feel a little bit thick at times. I love compact SUVs because they are so easy to park, and this one is no different, especially not with its tight 10.4 meter turning circle and ultra clear camera and parking sensors. I do think though that when you're in a luxury brand, you should be getting, you know, all the good stuff. So a 360-degree view camera system, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. The UX has a maximum 5-star ANCAP safety rating from testing done in 2019 and scored highly across its individual assessments. It also has 8 airbags, which is pretty good for a compact SUV, and it has a whole host of standard safety features available. I really like the well-calibrated adaptive cruise control, but the full safety specs are in my detailed written review at carsguide.com.au if you need more info. The UX is covered by a 5-year unlimited kilometre warranty, which is comparable to its nearest rivals, but we are starting to see much better terms now. There is a 5-year cap price servicing program where services cost $595 each, which is reasonable, and servicing intervals are well spaced at every 12 months or 15,000 kilometres, whichever occurs first. You also get a complimentary 3-year membership with Lexus Encore, which gives you access to the app as well as lots of member benefits from a range of different partners. The updated Lexus UX300h Luxury is a solid entry into the premium compact SUV market. It doesn't necessarily break any new ground, and it can improve in some areas, but it handles itself well and has just enough amenities for a luxury base grade. And it helps that you can park it just about anywhere, and that's why it gets the score that's on your screen now. But if you're after more details, check out the full written review at carsguide.com.au, and I'll see you in the next one.